class message. Dr. Matthew James Rowland, please come forward.
Thank you, Dean Nielsen. Dean Thomas assured me my speech was here, so I'm not going to panic too much. Class of 2014, we made it! Congratulations! I stand before 163 new Feinberg-educated doctors. Incredible. The road for all of us started at various points. For some, it was shortly after birth. For others, it was a few years later after work. But we all realized a desire and a passion to help and heal that led us to pursue the career of medicine. The path has not been easy, but we have all grown and changed in countless ways, from our first anatomy lab to our first presentation on the wards. I still remember the first day I would use my stethoscope. It was early October in the CEC. I was so excited to listen to heart sounds for the first time. And then some polite M4 kindly told me I had it on backwards. We've all worked hard and sacrificed for this, but so have so many others. From fiancés, husbands and wives, significant others, to our parents, brothers and sisters, relatives and friends. They've supported us at every turn, been there when we had our pre-step 1 panic attack, and let's be honest, every other test as well. They patiently listened to our stories. They pushed us during our weak moments, and they celebrated our milestones. Without them, this would have never been possible. So thank you. We are forever grateful. I have this strange feeling we're going to continue to rely on you and need your support in the future. So thank you in advance. But another group has been with us along the way as well. The excellent faculty, administration, and staff at Northwestern. From everyone in Uomi, to all the amazing college mentors, to the professors and physicians that have taught us in class, on rounds, in patient rooms, and in the OR. So many Northwestern attendings and residents have shown us the art of medicine. They have advised us, fostered our interest in research and investigation, and challenged us. Most probably don't even realize the impact they had on our training. One of my favorite teaching moments doesn't involve the differential diagnosis, but rather Dr. Ann Malott discussing prognosis with an oncology patient. She was subtle, yet effective. She had the amazing ability to make it seem like her and her patient were the only people in the room, yet she was also teaching. She was teaching good bedside manner, teaching humility, and teaching how to deliver bad news. So thank you to everyone at Northwestern. We are grateful. Hopefully our generation can be just as passionate and devoted to teaching as yours. 4 years is certainly not enough to learn all of medicine. Today we all become doctors, but we also start another journey, one of specialization. Whether it be family medicine or plastic surgery, we will all become experts and leaders in our field. Although our days of study may be over, I remind you that the pursuit of perfection is never ending. To quote Dean Green, we are lifelong learners. Never lose that passion that keeps us pursuing the best for our patients. Perhaps the place we have the most to learn still is from our patients. They are rich and full of life. We may understand the pathophysiology of their diseases, but they understand the reality of living with their illness. I remember taking care of a 47-year-old man early in my third year. He was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer. He went through and failed several rounds of chemotherapy, a Whipple, and experimental protocols. He had a wife and a 6-year-old daughter. His disease was severe and unforgiving. As a third-year medical student, I certainly wasn't going to cure his cancer or alleviate his suffering. But over the next 2 weeks, I became his friend in the truest sense of the word. I sat there by his bedside as he told me stories and shared life advice with me. When it became too difficult for him to speak, I sat there as his wife told me about him and his careers as an attorney, his daughter, and how they met. I listened, I learned, and I grieved. He eventually passed away, but his wife's last comment to me will always guide my career. Scott respected you, not for your knowledge, but for your ears. It has been a privilege and honor to share these last 4 years with you. I am humbled to be amongst such an amazing and incredible class. We come from around the world, but we have joined together to create the Feinberg School of Medicine class of 2014. We have made friendships that will last a lifetime. We have taught each other, worked together to improve the school, conducted research, and provided excellent patient care. We have shared so many life-changing moments together. Although we are now going our separate ways, we will always remain Wildcats and bleed purple. The other weekend, I had the chance to meet alumni from various classes. Their class pride was infectious. Every alumnus told me a different story about the medical school, about times before iPads and times before electronic medical records. But the resounding theme was how incredible their class was, how they had the best class Northwestern had ever seen. I smiled and said, "You haven't met my class." Most of my words today have focused on the medical field, but I want to leave you with one last thought. We will certainly have challenging and frustrating days in our future. It comes with the territory. I therefore ask you to remember what an honor it is to be a physician, what a privilege it is to take care of patients at their weakest moments, how far a kind word and smile can go, the power of hope, the duty to educate and advise. Today, we get the privilege of starting the greatest career in the world. Congratulations, 2014.